if I was going to give any advice to men, it would be to give yourself permission to accept the possibility that the mainstream world is not the real world. And then everything else follows from that, you know. Like every day you are bombarded with messaging that says, just be a consumer worker, you know, take your tiny little cubicle in the big capitalist machine and just produce stuff we don't need, and then go home and consume stuff we don't need. Because that's your role. That's what the system needs you to do. It's like the first Matrix movie, you know. That's a perfect metaphor for this. That is modern industrialized, post-industrial society. So if we allow that might be a lie we've been told to make us slaves, then where do we go for the real world? Where do we go for truth and a meaningful life? Like I said earlier, nature is the best place to start and to finish, because there is truth there. There's no spin, there's no marketing department. Anything nature tells you, you can trust. It's for real, you know.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, go there and follow the trails you find there, and you know, if that leads you to teachers who are trustworthy, there's no shortage of teachers out there, but how do you tell a trustworthy one? Well, if their life and their message are consistent, if they live what they say, and if both those things match up with what nature is telling you, then I'd say maybe trust them.
Yeah.
But if someone puts themselves forward as a teacher, especially for money, and if they are clearly beautifully aligned to the mainstream commercial world, then they're just part of the marketing department for the lying system. So they're not real teachers. And there's a word that seems to want to come in here, elders. We sometimes think elders are just older people, and that's not what it means. An elder is somebody who has lived through the maturing process long enough and well enough to become a very special, very important role for the village, the community, which is kind of a source of wisdom based on lived experience, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm not an elder. Maybe one day I might become one. I hope so. But I'm clearly not right now. I'm at an earlier stage in my human development. But people like Joanna Macy, Wendell Berry, people like that, they are true elders. So elders are really rare at the moment, and not just old people giving out advice. But if you can find some true elders, Stephen Jenkinson has a lot of wisdom. You know, there are others. But if you can find some of those people, let some of their wisdom drip into you, and see what resonates for you, and see what that does for you.